Hey, everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we guide you on the journey to understanding and healing from narcissistic abuse. In today's episode, we're diving into a topic that's going to blow your mind: the subtle and shocking tactics of covert narcissists. 3 disgusting things a narcissist does to appear good. Have you ever met someone who seems genuine and transparent and even admits their mistakes? It might make you think, maybe they're not that bad after all. But what if I told you this could be a carefully crafted act to manipulate and control you? Today, we'll explore 3 unimaginable things covert narcissists do to appear good and keep you trapped in their web. You won't want to miss this. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of my videos. Let's jump right into it. 1. Selective transparency or weaponized integrity. Narcissists are generally known for their lack of transparency and inability to admit wrongdoing. For most narcissists, the idea of being honest about their actions or taking responsibility is completely alien. Their rigid worldview doesn't allow for vulnerability, self-reflection, or accountability. However, there exists a subset of narcissists, often referred to as covert narcissists or nice guy narcissists, who operate differently. These individuals can, in fact, exhibit selective transparency, and when they do, it's highly strategic and manipulative. This selective transparency often confuses their victims because it seems like they are acting out of guilt or remorse. For instance, they might admit to certain wrongdoings to create the illusion of honesty. But this admission is not a sign of growth or genuine integrity. It's a tool to maintain control. This is often referred to as weaponized integrity. Unlike true integrity, which is consistent, weaponized integrity only appears when it benefits the narcissist. They may be transparent about their actions or confess their faults, but their admissions are calculated to make them look good in the eyes of others. For example, imagine a covert narcissist who isolates their partner from friends, blocking numbers and controlling who they can speak to. When confronted, instead of denying their actions, they might admit what they did but rationalize it by saying it was for their partner's own good. This admission can confuse the partner into believing that the narcissist's intentions were pure, even though their actions were manipulative. Weaponized integrity is used here to disarm the victim, creating a veneer of honesty while continuing the abuse. 2. Admitting wrongdoings with specificity. One of the most unimaginable things a covert narcissist can do is admit their wrongdoings with startling specificity. While most narcissists deflect, deny, or gaslight their victims, a covert narcissist might take a different approach, especially when they feel their control slipping. When they sense that their victim is on the verge of leaving or no longer useful, they might reveal their wrongdoings in explicit detail. They could confess to cheating, lying, or manipulating, listing out exactly what they did. For the victim, this can be a shocking experience. The explicitness of the confession often causes more emotional harm because it leaves nothing to the imagination. Yet, despite the specificity of their confession, the covert narcissist's motive remains self-serving. Their confessions are designed to reel the victim back in, making them think, at least they're being honest now. Maybe they can change. However, these admissions are rarely followed by actual change. After a brief period of apparent remorse, the narcissist returns to their old patterns of behavior. They might say, "Well, you forgave me, so it's time to move on," or "This is who I am, accept it." Any promises to change are shallow and meant to maintain the supply from their victim, not to foster genuine growth. The emotional roller coaster created by this kind of manipulation is designed to keep the victim stuck in the relationship, hoping for change that will never come. 3. Using money as a tool for control. Narcissists are typically known for being financially controlling, often withholding money to exert power over their victims. But covert narcissists can take a different approach. They might give their victim access to substantial amounts of money, only to later use that financial generosity as leverage. This tactic can be especially confusing for the victim because it goes against the typical narrative of narcissistic stinginess. Imagine a covert narcissist who gifts their partner a large sum of money, buys them a car, or even offers to share a house. At first glance, this might seem like an act of love or generosity. The narcissist will point to these gifts and say, "If I didn't love you, why would I give you all this?" They frame their financial generosity as a sign of their deep affection and commitment. However, this is far from the truth. In reality, these financial gestures are transactional. The narcissist expects something in return, whether it's free labor, loyalty, or permission to continue their toxic behavior without being held accountable. They use money as a tool to silence their victim and make them feel indebted. When the victim tries to express dissatisfaction or hold the narcissist accountable for emotional neglect or betrayal, the narcissist will quickly remind them of all the financial gifts they've given. This tactic not only confuses the victim but also deepens their emotional and psychological dependence on the narcissist. Moreover, this form of financial control is a kind of financial abuse, even though it doesn't fit the traditional mold. Instead of withholding resources, the narcissist overwhelms their victim with material wealth, making it harder for them to leave or question the narcissist's behavior. It becomes a vicious cycle where the victim feels they owe the narcissist loyalty or forgiveness because of the material possessions they've received. Covert narcissists are adept at using manipulative tactics to maintain control over their victims. Whether through selective transparency, explicit admissions of wrongdoing, or financial generosity, these narcissists twist seemingly positive actions into tools of manipulation. Understanding these tactics is crucial for anyone trying to break free from the cycle of narcissistic abuse. By recognizing the covert narcissist strategies, victims can begin to see through the facade and take steps toward healing and recovery. I hope today's episode opened your eyes to the often unseen, manipulative tactics of covert narcissists. Remember, just because someone appears transparent or admits their wrongdoings, it doesn't mean they've changed. These strategies are often part of their manipulative game to keep control. If you've experienced this, know that you're not alone and there's a way out. What are your thoughts on the 3 tactics we discussed today? Have you noticed any of these behaviors in someone you know? Drop your comments below. I'd love to hear from you and continue this conversation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel for more content on narcissistic abuse recovery. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay blessed and irresistible.